Hello everybody and welcome to the Pokemon Yellow version playthrough.
Pika!
Okay, so this is what, the third time we've been here now?
Whoa. I guess technically second?
We don't want slow text. Don't ever do slow
Yeah,
text.
never.
Okay. So let's start our new game.
Whoa, this is so weird in color. I don't know how I feel about this.
Well, they did redo some of the sprites, even without the color. Although, only Yellow version has this weird sort of, like, yellow and red tint to it.
I was about to say, why is his outline partially red?
Yeah, only Yellow version does
It's
that.
like he's slowly bleeding.
In more ways than one. So, we've already been through this opening sequence before, so nothing really to see that's new.
Ooh, he's actually red.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to be naming our trainer today. Because, Red is the canonical name for the protagonist of Generation 1.
All capital.
I like how they couldn't fit, like, end as the confirmed, it's just ED.
Yes. Here's Gary, or as I guess we are going to be calling him Blue.
Yep.
Alright.
Although, I mean, it's arguably... I don't know really what his canonical name should be, because in Japan it's green, elsewhere it's blue. So, yeah.
Well, the thing is, there is a green and a blue, here in Japan, but it's a girl, so, but it wasn't in this game, I believe? Or it was only in the comics, from what I've heard?
Yeah, in, Pokemon Adventures, I think it was called. Get the potion from
Yes.
the, PC. Because I'd rather not lose,
Yes.
the first battle.
Hello, Mother.
We're not gonna talk to her.
Oh, our house is purple? Whoa, Palais Town is full of purple.
Yeah, in Red and Blue, I believe, with the Super Game Boy colors, this area is actually more of like a... I don't know what color it is. It's a bit more of a gray kind of color.
Hmm.
Which I think makes a bit more sense, since palette would kind of imply many colors, and purple is just one.
What? Oh, I thought it was gonna stay as, black and white. Ooh. Green.
I'm not entirely sure why Oak decided to catch this Pikachu exactly.
How did he just catch him instantly? What are you doing, Oak?
He didn't have a Pokemon with him. That shouldn't have happened.
He was the Pokemon, which further proves the theory.
Wait. Oak-amon? Did I just find, like, the world's biggest loophole?
Everything is the loophole in this game.
So anyways, as you can tell, this game is also, or not also, but already radically different from Red and Blue. Since, in Red and Blue,
Oh my gosh.
you didn't have that section with Pikachu at all, you didn't have a battle at all, actually. Oak saved you from getting into a battle.
Yeah.
And the other difference is, you may notice there's only one Pokeball on the table right now. And I can tell you right now, it's not any of the original 3 starters.
Yep. I'll give you one guess. It starts with P
What?
and ends with E-ball.
Sure.
I actually don't know.
Well, we'll find out. We will find out.
I just love how Oak treats his grandson, or whatever Blue is to him.
Yeah, it's his grandson.
Well then.
Whatever, I'm fine with this because I don't like the Pokemon he gets. But oh, alright then. Oak's just like, whatever, I don't care anymore.
He must be very disappointed with his son or daughter.
So, yeah, instead of getting our starter, we're gonna get the Pikachu that Oak just caught.
Lovely.
So, in case you couldn't tell, this game tries to kind of follow the anime a little bit, which had already been out at the time. Because basically, the whole reason Yellow exists, and we're not naming Pikachu because he's not deserving of a nickname, and because we're not going to really be using it. But the reason why Yellow really exists was kind of just to tide people over until Gold and Silver came out, since I believe they'd already been announced by the time this game was released.
Gosh, why are we purple? I just realized that.
That's just how it works. You change color along with any environment you're in, because,
Are we translucent?
I guess so.
Goodness. Oh wow, why is Pikachu so tubby?
Yeah,
What?
this game redid all of the Pokemon sprites in terms of, you know, the opponent Pokemon, but the back sprites are still exactly the same, so Pikachu isn't looking so hot.
So why did he get an Eevee?
I don't know.
And why don't you like Eevee?
I just don't like it. I can't really explain it. I'm not really a fan of the Pokemon itself, and I don't find its evolutions to be particularly great. And we got Tail Whip, but it doesn't matter because we're not going to use Pikachu very much at all. And I'm pretty sure I should not have won that so easily. I kind of got lucky with the critical hits.
And the paralysis?
Well, that too, but it didn't really make that much of a difference, honestly. It was mostly the criticals. Shut up, Blue.
Hey, I'm pretty sure I said the exact same thing when I played the game.
Everyone said the same thing when they played the game.
Well, why is it behind you?
Oh, right, that's the other mechanic that Yellow introduces. Yellow started the follower Pokemon mechanic, which I say started, but it only ever showed up again in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Pikachu will walk around with you in the overworld at all times, so long as it's in your party. And that kind of leads into the other mechanic that Yellow introduced, which is this.
What?
You can speak to your Pikachu and gauge its happiness. Pikachu is the only Pokemon in the entire game
With emotion.
basically. It is the only Pokemon that has a happiness counter gauge. I don't really know what you would call it, because it's represented by a number. Later games would introduce this as a much more refined mechanic, because this one was very shoddily programmed, which we'll get to in a second, but yeah. For now, I think we can say farewell to Palette, because we need to get moving on.
Whoa, what?
Like I said, the colors will change every time you move either to a route or to a new town.
Oh look, our first Pokemon.
And I don't care.
Isn't Rattata purple?
Yes.
That is how you say it, right? Rattata?
I say it as Rattata.
Okay.
I've heard it as Rattata, but I don't know.
I was calling it Ratatat.
That's how I originally called it when I played Fire Red and Leaf Green, which, for those who haven't seen my Red playthrough, that was my first game, so I don't really know how to say a lot of the names.
Yeah.
I learned most of the names from the anime, and some of them I refuse to believe because they're really terrible. Like Arceus.
Oh, we don't speak of that. We don't know. So, did you get the potion from that one guy?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I was just not paying attention.
That was Route 1. We didn't really talk about it much because there's not much to say, and also because we're going to be visiting it again in just a minute. First, let's go to the Pokemart.
Hey!
Was that your imitation of the billboard from Galaxy?
Sure. Let's go with that. I still can't tell if those are glasses or if he's a clown. I just don't know.
I'm pretty sure they're meant to be glasses.
Okay.
So we got the parcel, which means now we're gonna go back to Pallet Town. Backtracking within the first, 10 minutes of the game.
Is Pikachu kind of tiptoeing?
What? I don't know.
This is so weird.
I wish they would bring back the follower Pokemon. It was a pretty popular mechanic.
Oh gosh, I'm not going to get used to that.
Don't worry, it gets much worse.
What?
It gets much worse when we go to, like, Vermilion City. Or Saffron City.
Well, I mean, those are... No. Green and purple are not opposing colors. Never mind.
Yeah, I have something for you. Your parcel.
Parcel.
I want to know what this means. He got a custom Pokeball, yes, a custom Pokeball. But there were no custom Pokeballs in this game. That didn't get introduced until Gold and Silver, when you could get, like, the Heavy Ball and
He's
Dark Ball.
holding out on us. What are you doing, Oak? Why are you still here?
I've never understood why it is that when Blue walks, like, his hair just magically shifts from side to side.
That's just Japanese physics right there.
I mean, I know why that happens, obviously, because of the way they animated it, but it just doesn't make any sense, like, logistically. So Blue just happens to... How exactly did Blue find out that he needed to be brought back here, exactly?
He just loves to annoy us. Let's go with that.
Like, how come we didn't get a phone call or something from Oak saying, you know, I want to give you something? It's this really terrible encyclopedia that doesn't really know what proportions are, and is probably written by some kind of child who grew up in some kind of asylum. Oak. Oh, yeah.
You're surrounded right now. You cannot escape.
I love this. Oak finds himself to be too old to go adventuring. It's, like, very slightly depressing that he could not fulfill his dream, and so he has to live it through the lives of his grandson and his grandson's quote-unquote
lame
friend.
grandson. Oh my gosh, he is so angry.
I hate to say it, but I don't need you. What do you mean you hate to say it? You totally love to say it.
Maybe that was his last shred of decency. And now he is complete punk.
Now, the whole thing with getting the town map is like, I guess the game wants you to get it, but it's not required, so we're not going to.
Okay, I closed my eyes that time, so it wasn't as startling.
Yeah, I don't like getting the map because it takes up a slot in my inventory. And I'd like to save those as long as I can. Oh, no random encounters. That's rather nice.
This is excellent. This took me like 5 episodes, I think.
What, this?
Yeah,
Getting this far?
maybe. I honestly don't remember.
Okay, so I would like to buy a few Pokeballs.
A few. There's more than a few.
Well, it depends on what your definition of a few is.
3.
I define a few as anywhere between like 3 to 5, and several being like 6 to 8, because I'm weird and assign numbers to that kind of thing.
Several is 4. And then, I think many or whatever is more than 5. Or 5, I don't know. I forgot my units.
Alright, so this is Route 22, and we're gonna go here for a very specific reason, but for now I think we should probably end this episode here, don't you?
Sure, let's do it.
Alright, so we'll see you all in episode 2.
See you then.